That's right, everyone. The Pokemon video I've been teasing all along is finally out. Okay, well, that one's still gonna take a little bit longer than anticipated, but this is still a Pokemon video, so that's the same, right? Pokemon Concierge is a 3D animated short series by the people at Dwarf Animation Studios using a pseudo stop animation style. It was announced this past February, with the first trailer dropping back in November revealing the voiced cast, which includes Karen Fukuhara as the English voice actress for Haru, the protagonist of the series. She has many other notable roles in animation, such as Kipo from Kipo and Glimmer from the She-Ra reboot. But finally, releasing on December 28th, this miniseries is composed of 4 15-minute episodes surrounding a special Pokemon resort and its concierges. The first episode starts off with Haru, who had the worst week of her life, getting broken up with, messing up at work, and stepping in gum. Twice. So, needing a break from it all, she gets a job as a concierge at a Pokemon resort. The first episode mostly follows her getting to know everyone, as she meets her supervisor, Miss Watanabe, and runs into her fellow concierges, Tyler and Alyssa. Miss Watanabe is a very sweet lady, Tyler is a very chill dude who does as he pleases and is good at cooking, while Alyssa is also pretty go with the flow, but can be serious when she needs to be. At first, Haru doesn't understand what she should be doing and keeps asking people for tasks, only for Alyssa to remind her that her only job on the first day is to relax. She sorta gets the point, but still stays up late writing a huge report on what she did her first day, only for it to be immediately rejected by Miss Watanabe, who simply asks, "How was yesterday?" Haru has a mini panic spiral until she realizes she can just answer that yesterday was fun, and she learns that's the point. From the first episode, it's clear this is a much more relaxed and slower show than a lot of other Pokemon spin-offs. Usually, especially with the YouTube shorts, because of the shorter runtime, the miniseries are really fast-paced, but this one has the time to really sell the soothing atmosphere of the resort. That last episode ends with Watanabe asking Haru to pick a Pokemon on the island and help it have fun. Haru tries to look up the answer to this problem on her phone, but it doesn't have cell service, so she looks up the answer on her computer instead. She spends the first part of the episode running around clumsily with Pokemon until finally catching up to a Psyduck she spotted earlier. It's very shy and struggles to control its psychic powers, but following Alyssa's advice, Haru has it practice releasing small amounts of its power at a time to relieve itself. It tries helping Pokemon out around the island and, with some practice, manages to get a hold of its powers and finally have fun using them. They both look up at the night sky, fulfilled, and Haru says she wants to have fun tomorrow too. This sets up the formula of Haru learning a lesson each episode while also trying to help out a Pokemon on the island, and I think it's really fitting that Psyduck follows her for the rest of the series, especially given that it's a Pokemon prone to headaches, but here at the Pokemon Resort can finally relax. Now, following from that formula, a Hoppip evolves on the island, and Haru finds herself wishing she could evolve just like a Pokemon. She's concerned she doesn't have any useful skills like Alyssa and Tyler and wants it to just happen. But when a Magikarp that can't swim gets its floaty stolen and then destroyed, oh my god, it's so cute. She makes it a new one with a bunch of flowers and shells Psyduck gathered for it. But Magikarp evolves, not needing the floaty anymore. The other Pokemon, though, enjoy playing with it, and Haru makes more for them, realizing she does have a skill after all. The next and final episode has Haru helping a young trainer get along with his Pikachu. Now, the trainer has come to the island hoping to make his Pikachu less shy, and though Haru tries to help it be more energetic and be louder, it doesn't ever take to their attempts. Oh, that poor thing. Oh, he's so scared. Oh my goodness. That is until, at sunset, she and Now just play with Pikachu, and the trainer and Pokemon play together. And then, when it leaves, Haru gives a souvenir to Pikachu to remind it of its memories here, and it finally finds its voice, crying out and waving back to Haru as its ship departs. Overall, it's a cute little series, and though I gave the broad strokes of the plot here, I can still really recommend watching it. I left a lot of the smaller details out, and there's just a charm to watching the show that I don't think you'd get from just listening to a summary of it. The series has a very relaxing atmosphere, and all the people are kind to the point it almost hurts. Like in episode 2, for example, Alyssa and Haru are painting a tent only for a Pidgeot to fly right into it. But instead of getting upset, Alyssa just brushes it off and says, Pokemon are unpredictable. We also see in episode 3 that Haru's phone is completely dead as she's gotten so used to the island life, she doesn't need it. This is absolutely a different form of escapism than I'm used to, and it's really enjoyable. The style is also really comforting. Pokemon like Furret and Pikachu just look so soft, I want to hug them. I really like the way they do the Pokemon, but I will say some of the humans take some getting used to. Haru's neck can seem really long at first, and Tyler just is all neck. But Miss Watanabe, 10 out of 10 character design, no notes. My only gripe with the show would be that, if anything, it's too short. I would have really liked to see even more interesting scenarios on the island. There's a scene in episode 4 where Haru talks to Nao about other Pokemon she's helped on the island, like a shy Duskull or an Oricorio that doesn't dance. Those would have been really interesting to see, and the ending even teases us with a Wailord as a guest, that Haru will have to somehow accommodate despite the fact that it can't technically even set foot on the island. It was just such a cute series, but it really felt like it was just the start to something great and not a fully realized show in itself, unfortunately. Still, I recommend watching it if it sounds interesting to you. It's just on Netflix. And if this video sounded interesting to you, please be sure to thumbs up emoji, comment emoji, and subscribe emoji. Actually, YouTube's doing a special promotion right now where when you hit the subscribe button, Haru personally comes onto your screen and thanks you. So why don't you try hitting it and see that that totally happens. Anyways, if you do stick around, I'll also be reviewing the new Bakugan show once the second part drops on Netflix in a couple weeks, and I promise my video on Ash's journey will be coming out sometime early next year, so stay tuned for that. Outro catchphrase, go!